Hey Joe, I looked at your video. It looks great so far. I just pulled a couple of still frames and put them in After Effects to show you how you might clear up a few things that seemed a little bit unclear. So I've grabbed this still image of the repeated for image. And the reason I did so is you'll notice that I've repeated the text that you've already put in. And I did that because what seemed kind of clear to me was that right down in here where you're saying hooked lady bag, we're losing the word lady because the light values in the background and the light values of the text. So all I did was I put an outer glow on this, a black outer glow, by going to effects. So if I was to go into my effects controls now, you'll see there's that outer glow that I put on, and now you'll see that no matter where this goes, over whatever light values might be in the video, it'll pop. I also did it with a stroke. And I did it with a stroke because it allowed me to use and repeat that orange that you had used in your composition. Might be a way you might want to try to add that color in an additional place. Now in this one what I did was I kind of tweaked the text that you had in the upper right hand corner just a little bit. If you recall what your original looks like, it's tucked up against the top of the document. There's an imbalance here. The distance between the text on this side and the side of the composition should be kind of equal from the top down to the top of the text. So in order to make this clear, all I did was I put a solid layer up there to block it out. Then I put that text layer in the way you had. And you can see now that no matter where you decide to put this, you want some sort of a balance in the distance from here to here and there to there. I've also gone in and I've spaced out my text for the word hooked larger than ladybag so that they're justified on either side. That's something that's optional though. Now in this particular clip, I went in and I duplicated the text you had already put in place. I put an outer glow with a darker value around both of them, and I brought the word body bag up above the orange box. Don't tuck it behind there. It looks like a little confused where this text element's above the box, this one's below. And if I was going to place this, I would either commit to it and have it more inside the box like your cross text element here, or maybe you'd want it to be just outside of it like so. In this instance, I took another still image, and again, it's very difficult to read freed satchel, so all I did was create, once again, put that dark outer glow on it, and it makes that much more clear when playing against a video that might have lighter values. In this instance, I took this still, and I duplicated your text elements. And you can see I brought them to the front and I put the outer glow. Information that has to be read can be kind of blocked if there's this distracting box in the front of it. So I think it's better off in the front, however you choose to animate that. And once again, I took that Z13 and I brought that to the front as well. Now in both cases, I put an outer glow. It doesn't have to be black. Maybe it's something that's subtler in value, a brown or a blue that exists in your video file, but I think it might help clarify those text elements and make them pop a little bit better. Now, once again, in this still image that I grabbed from your video, all I did was I went in and I repeated the text element you had. And all I did was put that outer glow, that dark value. And you can see now that no matter where that B is in the context of your composition, I can read that quite clearly. Whereas the way it is now, some of these text elements are getting lost in similar values of the image from behind. All right, so in this clip, what I did was I just went in and I duplicated that brown or that tan box that you had created, because if you take a look, the word "the" is pretty far off that beige or tan box where there's only about 2.5 characters. Here there are 3 characters plus space. All I did was I made this much larger and allowing me to kind of balance that text element on that layer or that gray box a little bit better. So you want to kind of justify that in the center of that tan box at you. In this instance, I think you have to be really careful when it comes to the logo of the company you're working for. Parisa, the A and the P are just too far outside the box to really resonate with the viewer and kind of reinforce that brand. So you want to be really careful about kind of obscuring the company logo. Hope this helps, Joe. Talk to you on Monday.